Xin chào các bạn, lại là mình đây. Mình tên là Hằng Dương các bạn nhé. Hôm nay thì mình sẽ giới thiệu cho các bạn một sản phẩm. Đấy là cái dập ghim. Dập ghim. Không biết là các bạn dùng cái dập ghim này bao giờ chưa? Thì như mình được biết, thì đặc biệt là dân văn phòng ấy, thì cái dập ghim này không thể thiếu được. Đấy, tác dụng của nó chính là để nó kẹp các tài liệu lại với nhau một cách chắc chắn. Đấy, ví dụ một bản có 5 tờ thì mình sẽ dùng dập ghim nhé. Dập ghim vào thì là nó sẽ chắc chắn đấy. Và mình sẽ đóng dấu giáp like rồi dấu chức danh rất là dễ. Đấy, trong giới văn phòng thì không bao giờ là thiếu được cái ghim này luôn các bạn ạ. Bây giờ cái dập ghim này ấy, thì có rất là nhiều loại và nhiều cái kích thước khác nhau. Tùy vào mục đích của người dùng thì sẽ lựa chọn cho mình theo sở thích. Có những cái màu ngắn này, cũng có nhá, to, dài. Đấy, ví dụ như là mình đóng quyển nhiều ấy thì mình phải dùng những cái loại rất là to. Đấy là bạn nào mà hay đóng quyển thì các bạn lưu ý xem và để ý xem nhé. Cái này cấu tạo rất đơn giản thôi. Nhìn vào này mình sẽ thấy là 3 cái thanh. Một cái thanh màu xanh to ở trên, một thanh bằng dưới và một thanh ở giữa, đúng không? Đầu tiên nhìn vào là màu gì nhỉ? Màu xanh da trời, màu blue các bạn nha. Cái này cũng dài khoảng 7cm thôi ạ. Bé xíu à. Đấy, để mình mở ra nhé. Đó, các bạn thấy không? Cơ chế của nó này. Mở ra thì nó rơi vào khoảng tầm 15cm. Đó. Đây là cái trục đẩy nhá. Cái trục đẩy các bạn ạ. Cái chỗ này mình sẽ cho cái ghim vào đây nhá. Cái đạn ghim vào đây. Mình gọi là cái đạn nhá. Cho đạn ghim vào đây. Sau đó thì cái này sẽ đẩy đến cái chỗ vị trí mà đạn để mình kích đẩy đạn ghim ra đầu này này. Cái này sẽ dập xuống. Đấy, các bạn nhìn không? Đó. Sau đó thì mình sẽ cho cái tờ giấy này, ví dụ 4-5 tờ gì đấy vào trong cái này. Và mình ấn dập mạnh một phát. Ấn mạnh một cái xuống. Đấy. Nhưng đây là mình hết ghim rồi nên mình không ấn được nữa. Đấy, bạn nào mà chưa biết thì các bạn có thể lên YouTube này, hay là lên TikTok này, hay lên các trang Google này để các bạn search xem cách dùng nhé. Dùng đơn giản lắm, mình chỉ cần cho giấy vào đây thôi. Chỉ có cái lúc mà thay đạn ghim ý, thì các bạn còn nhiều băn khoăn. Đấy, như mình hướng dẫn vừa rồi thì các bạn làm dễ đó. Các bạn chỉ cần mở hai đầu ra thôi. Đấy, cho ghim vào đây rồi đậy lại. Đó, rất là dễ đúng không? Còn cái đằng sau này các bạn thắc mắc là không biết là cái gì. Cái để treo thì cũng không phải, mà cũng treo cũng được ấy. Mình thường cho cái dây vào đây này. Mình đi làm thì mình hay cho cái dây vào đây này. Rồi mình buộc vào cái máy tính của mình, buộc vào cái laptop, hay là buộc vào luôn cái máy tính của mình ở đấy. Máy tính cây mình buộc luôn vào máy tính cây để làm gì? Để đề phòng bị mất. Cái này không phải là ai lấy trộm các bạn ạ, mà là ai tiện tay mượn rồi là quên không trả. Mình còn phải ghi tên vào nữa cơ các bạn ơi. 1m² 5 tháng ăn cắp luôn. Họ không phải là lấy trộm mà là họ toàn lấy xong họ quên thôi. Họ quên không trả lại cho mình ấy. Đấy, nên là mình cần phải bảo vệ tài sản đúng không? Bây giờ công ty giao cho mình rồi thì mình phải giữ thôi. Cái này các bạn thắc mắc là cái gì mà nó cong cong này đúng không? Cái này là cái lẫy để mình dỡ ghim ra. Đầu này thì mình dập lại. Tuy nhiên khi có nhiều bạn dập xong thì các bạn lại phát hiện ra là mình đang bị đóng sai rồi. Phát hiện là mình đang bị đóng sai tờ số 4 lẫn sang tờ số 5 rồi. Thế thì cách làm đấy là mình dùng cái lẫy để mình cạy cái ghim ra. Các bạn phải cạy khéo léo không là bị rách nhá. Đặc biệt nếu mà các bạn mà đóng dấu giao like rồi chỉ có mà trời cậy. Bởi vì sao? Cậy cũng không giải quyết được vấn đề gì cả. Đấy, vì trong trường hợp mình đóng bị sai ấy, thì mình sẽ phải lẫy cái này lên. Mình gọi là cái lẫy ra đấy. Đấy, dùng cái lẫy đấy là mình cậy cái ghim lên. Đấy, và rồi mình sẽ sắp xếp và mình đóng lại. Đấy là cái cơ chế hoạt động của ghim này. Rất là dễ đúng không? Cái này thì các bạn mua rất là dễ thôi. Các bạn chỉ cần đi vào các cửa hàng văn phòng phẩm ý. Chủ yếu là văn phòng phẩm nhé, thì nó mới có bán. Đi vào các cửa hàng văn phòng phẩm và các bạn hỏi đến cái chỗ mà mua những cái bấm ghim ấy, bấm ghim giấy ấy. Đấy thì người ta sẽ mang đến cho các bạn nhé. Người ta sẽ giới thiệu các bạn ra cái chỗ đấy. Và đã có rất là nhiều hãng của cái dập ghim này. Đấy, thì bạn nào mà thích của hãng nào mà dùng quen rồi thì các bạn cứ dùng thôi. Đấy, tuy nhiên thì như mình đã nói ở video đầu, ở đoạn đầu ấy, thì cái này có rất là nhiều cái hình dạng cute khác nữa. Đấy, bạn nào mà thích theo phong cách cute thì các bạn có thể lựa chọn cho mình những cái cute, phô mai que, phô mai chuối. Đó, các bạn sẽ dùng, mình dùng cái gì thì mình cũng phải thích đúng không? Đấy, các bạn phải nhìn thấy thích thì các bạn mới dùng được, mới có cảm hứng được. Thế nên là các bạn cứ thích cái gì thì các bạn mua nha. Đấy, chứ các bạn không cần phải đắn đo là mình nên ở văn phòng mình nên chọn cái này hay chọn cái kia đâu ạ. Cứ thích là được, không sao. Đấy, nếu mà mình đi mua thì mình sẽ mua những cái rất là cute thôi, rất dễ dùng. Tuy nhiên thì cái loại này thì rất là dễ dùng, nam nữ đều dùng được. Đấy, không phải là như những cái loại mà cái hình con rùa hay con bọ hung hay là cái con bướm hay con gì thì nó sẽ khó dùng hơn một chút. Đấy, cái này thì các bạn mang đi thoải mái nhé. Các bạn có thể đặt mà các bạn cũng có thể đặt ở trên Shopee này, trên Lazada này, trên TikTok này, hay là Tiki này. Đấy, bây giờ thì các trang mạng hay là Facebook nhé, các trang mạng nó rất là nhiều. Đấy, rất là nhiều thôi ạ. Và hôm nay thì tiếp theo thì mình sẽ đọc cho các bạn một bài thơ. Bài thơ này ngắn gọn thôi ạ. Cái bài thơ này thì ở trong cái quyển sách của bé nhà mình, rất là hay và mình sẽ đọc cho các mẹ nghe nhé. Đấy là bài Quả trứng của ai. Cái bài này thì hôm trước mình có đọc cho các bạn rồi, nhưng mà các bạn đang comment lại là bài này rất là hay và muốn được nghe lại. Vì thế nên là mình sẽ quyết định đọc lại cái bài này. Nó cũng chỉ có mấy dòng thôi nên các bạn chú ý lắng nghe nhé. Quả trứng của ai? Có một quả trứng ai đó đánh rơi, nằm im lìm trên bãi cỏ. Một bác gà trống có cái mào đỏ chót đi ngang qua. Thấy quả trứng, bác gà trống liền kêu thật to: quả trứng gì to. Bác lợn ép béo ục ịch chạy đến, ngó nghiêng quả trứng rồi kêu: út à út ịt, trứng gà hay trứng vịt? Chú chó đốm cũng chạy lại, hít hít quả trứng rồi kêu: gâu gâu, trứng ngỗng, trứng ngang, trứng ngỗng, trứng ngang. Bỗng nhiên một quả trứng lúc la lúc lắc rồi vỡ tách một cái. Một chú vịt thò mỏ ra kêu: vít vít vít. Mọi người liền vui vẻ đưa chú vịt con về nhà với mẹ của chú. Đó, câu chuyện nó chỉ có ngắn như thế thôi, rất là dễ thuộc đúng không? Nghĩa là có một hôm là có 3 người đi chơi. Đấy là một bác gà trống này, một bác lợn ép và một chú chó đốm. Đấy, 3 người đi chơi gặp nhau và nhìn thấy một quả trứng, nhưng mà mọi người không biết đấy là quả trứng gì. Đấy, và một lúc sau thì có một cái mỏ thò ra, lúc lắc quả trứng, và đó là chú vịt các bạn nhá. Đấy là quả trứng vịt. Thì bây giờ câu hỏi của cái này thì hôm trước mình cũng có hỏi rồi, nhưng bây giờ mình đọc cái lời khuyên cho bé trước nhé. Lời khuyên mà rút ra được từ cái bài học này ấy. Nó vẫn ngủ ạ. Lời lời khuyên cho con. Vậy là chúng ta đã biết được vịt con nở ra từ quả trứng và quả trứng là do vịt mẹ sinh ra. Chúng ta phải biết yêu thương, chăm sóc các con vật nuôi nhỏ bé trong gia đình. Đó, bài học rút ra rất là ý nghĩa đúng không?
Good, dude. You look healthy and good.
All right. You know what, dude? You're no. Keep his mic off. All right. You're done. You had your chance, right? I want to say this right
How's
now,
the
dude.
mullet working for you?
Great. I love it. Fans hate it, but I don't care.
Oh, the fans hate it, really?
Oh, yeah, you'll get a few
It's
compliments.
fashionable now. I noticed that it's pretty hot.
I want to move
The
on from
ladies
this.
like
So
it.
I want to move on from this. Okay. So thank you. All
Wanna
right.
see the back?
See what he's doing.
Oh, dang.
I've been around.
You're right. It's a, wow. You look a Jedi with this.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
That's good. How long does it take to grow that?
He knows how to occupy space.
Wow. Good for you. Good hair. Nice, man.
My closing
Anyway,
arguments
Bobby.
is this. My closing argument is this. Okay, is if you also notice everyone in the room and everyone listening right now, right? Ethan has squab. He's a provocateur. Provocateur.
That's not true.
Right? So he had a show called Frenemies with Pimentel. What's her name?
Pimento?
Pimento.
What's her name?
Trisha.
Trisha Pimento.
Paytas.
Yeah, Pimento.
Pimento?
Yeah,
Cheese?
Trisha Pimento.
Trisha Pimento.
Yeah. Right? Fighting, right? I've seen him with Oliver Tree. Fighting. And he likes to cause chaos and mischief. You know, he's the chubby joker. You know what I mean? And that's what he is. He's the chubby joker.
Chubby joker.
And what you guys are is buying into the chubby joker's
Dude,
game
I
plan,
was
right?
not doing it for the show. You're the
I'm
one
the
that
yellow
started it.
Batman.
You're the one that brought this public and said Ethan fucked me over. I was doing this for you.
Okay.
And then once you're like, yo, Ethan is a Jewish piece of shit trickster.
Never said that.
And for the third,
That's
Then I said-
crazy.
then
I
I
would never say
responded.
that. I love Israel. I would never say
You
that.
literally called me a Jewish trickster like 5 seconds into the show.
I called
Which
you a
is
tricky
fine.
Jew. Those are two
Oh,
different
a
things.
tricky
Yeah,
Jew.
Yeah. A Jewish trickster is something else.
That's much worse. Or-
That's with money. You know what I mean? You're a tricky Jew. Go ahead, babe.
now why did I have to eat the scab?
Oh, this is good. This is good.
I grabbed the scab off of my neck, right?
Oh, that's because I said don't pick at
Don't
it.
pick at it, and it fell off. It was a pretty big scab, and I gave it to you, and I go, eat this. And you go, I will do anything, but what is it? What do I get out of it?
Yeah, that's right.
Right? And I go, nothing. I'm driving you to San Diego. That was yesterday.
Right.
And you go, forget it. And then I put the fucking scab in the little compartment. It's still in my car.
Get it.
Oh, so she didn't ever eat it.
I'll eat
No.
it.
No.
But why did you say he was going to crash the car if he did?
Because he threatens. He likes
I
to play
like it.
these like games on our road trips.
But
where
so
it's
you,
like-
but you didn't eat it,
I didn't because there was no like exchange of goods really.
really?
So can we just move on from this? Just apologize and we can move on.
It's Bobby, I
just say I'm
you know
sorry for
what?
the trick, and then
it
it was
wasn't
ha
a
ha ha.
trick.
That was
It
good.
wasn't a trick, but I do apologize.
Okay, good.
That it turned into a whole thing.
I just love how he's like so sincere, and he's really just. I love it. You're really good at what you do, man.
I don't-
You really are. You're
don't
really
even
good at
know
what you
what you're
do,
talking about.
and you're a professional, dude. And it's like,
No, I'm sorry.
I respect you.
I'm sorry that I scared you, and it turned out to be nothing.
Okay, all right.
But like, I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. My mom, she's the type of person that will not go to the doctor ever, and she almost died because of this.
Wait, what did she have?
She had like heart failure, and she was sitting in the house, and anyway, she almost died. She has a pacemaker now and stuff. But that didn't just happen once. It happened a bunch of times. So maybe that has something to do with it, that I'm like have someone close to me, like my mom, who will like nearly die before she. I mean, literally an ambulance came to the house as she was dying of heart failure, and she was still saying, "No, don't take me to the hospital. I'll just rough it out." And they actually they said, "Okay, fine, but you have to sign this form saying if you die, it's not our fault."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Okay, I'll go."
Was
So-
that in L.A. or in Israel?
That was in Las Vegas.
She lives in Las Vegas.
They did. They don't anymore. They live here.
Oh, good. They live here now.
Mm-hmm.
Is she okay now?
Yeah, she's great now. She has a pacemaker, so it helps her heart stay good. But I care about you, and I just wanted to make sure you're okay. It just looked like a fucking crazy ass mole, dude. But you're of dodging a question. You got it. You got the results. Was it negative? Not anymore.
We don't know.
You don't know yet.
We don't know yet. It's still coming back from the lab.
So maybe we should wait for the results before you get mad at me.
All right. You know what? I'm not gonna let this. You know what? I know what you're doing right now, dude, and I'm not gonna let it enter my brain because
No, but
for
they
literally
already
because
cut
you
it
have to know
off.
how neurotic I am.
If it's cancerous, they already cut it off.
I'm the type of guy, bro. I walk around if my knee.
I could find it out right now, actually.
If my knee hurts,
find the
right?
results.
Oh my god, I got scoliosis of the knee. You know what I mean? Or if like I have a headache, I have a tumor.
But
I
you
mean,
already
I'm like one of
cut it
those-
out. You already cut it off.
I'm just saying, I'm a neurotic kind of a guy, and I obsess about stuff like that because I don't want to die.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's my biggest. Today I couldn't sleep. Take a nap today. I was, I had a lucid nap. You know what I mean? Where it was like, what does lucid mean?
Lucid means you're aware that you're dreaming.
Yeah.
or asleep.
So yeah, and I was like, it was just all about death, and I couldn't sleep. Like, it was just like I always ask myself, what do you see? Nothingness, right?
you die?
Just no awareness. I mean, it's just like, that fear. I don't know why because once it happens, who gives a shit? I won't even know. But it's like I don't know why I worry about.
Okay, here, I got the results.
What is it?
Mega
Hi,
cancer.
Mr. Lee. I hope all is well. Good news. The biopsy showed a benign keratosis as
That's
expected.
great. That's great.
No further treatment necessary. Please see the biopsy report.
I mean,
below for your
when it's
records.
something that's serious, though, you may want to get a second opinion.
You think so?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with you.
I don't know. But do you think I no, honestly, not because.
No, there's no second opinion. You removed it. They tested it. It's negative. It's great. It's great news.
Okay, good. It's
good
great.
news.
You know what?
And like I said, look.
You know what?
The good news is you're gonna live. You're fine.
You're right. You know what? I
You
should
don't
look at
have
the
cancer.
positive.
At least not there. It might be somewhere else in your body. We don't know yet.
You know what? I'm gonna take this as a positive, and as a you know what? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and listen. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, even though I have all these reasons to believe that you're a deceiver.
Why would I trick you?
Because you trick everyone else in life. You know what I mean? That's what I know your persona. I know who you are.
Like who? Who am I tricking?
No, I'm just saying you're like. But you understand? I've seen you with Oliver Tree.
Yeah.
I've seen you with Trisha Talempo. Yeah, Trisha Talempo, you know what I mean? Right, and I've seen the combativeness, you know what I mean, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I know you do that for entertainment, right? And on the side,
That was
you're a mellow
private-
guy.
This was a private thing.
It was a private thing, okay.
And then you brought it public. And then after that, you invited me on, and I was like, "Oh, here we go. This is going to be a whole thing now."
Well, I didn't invite you on.
I asked.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know you were coming.
Really? That's kind of interesting.
No, in general, I don't know who anyone's coming.
That's true.
Yes, you
soup.
do. You knew a whole week ago that Ethan was coming.
Yeah, because I had to move my. I know, but generally, but be honest with me.
Do you-
guys? Do I know? I'll be honest.
He knew about this, but usually
I knew,
he does
but
not.
usually I don't.
Does not.
Do you know that he moved his therapy appointment for you for today?
So my
That's interesting.
I
You should've
never-
kept it, sounds like.
move that date.
He never does.
I never. That's like to me like.
Well, we scheduled this 2 weeks in advance. If there was a problem, you should have scheduled me on a different day, dude. Instead of guilting me because you're crazy ass can't see your psychiatrist.
I was giving you a compliment.
I feel like it's not really a compliment when you.
No. The compliment is that I never move my. Let me finish though. I never move my fucking it's not psychiatrist, the therapist date, right? Because it's like the most joyful time.
He kept.
But
his
I don't want to take
psychiatrist.
that from you.
But you did. But the reason why I didn't move it is because that's how much I go. I respect it, or I respect the guest, right? I go. You know what? This is a really good. This is a really good opportunity for us, right? We like him. We love him.
Me
He's
too.
special.
And by the
right?
way, likewise, when that offer or you emailed Dan, right? And when I saw that, I said I'd love to. Let's make it happen. And I don't like doing other people's shows. I try not to do it as little as possible. I mean, this is the only show I've been on in like a year or two. Or except I did Howie's recently, which was weird and interesting too.
Oh, you went to Howie's studio thing?
Dude, that was
I know.
Howie's such a trip.
Because he shows you things that you don't want to see. Like, come
See
check
the
this out.
prolapse anus thing?
I did see it on Twitter.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's my
I'm sorry, on
favorite.
TikTok. Yeah.
What happened?
Dude, Howie. Okay,
He
so
okay, go ahead, Ethan. Yeah.
you could tell. I don't want to. I don't want.
Well, he showed his prolapsed anus on TikTok.
Well, not his.
Or yeah, a prolapsed anus on TikTok.
Are you sure it wasn't his?
No, if it was his, no. We got to ask him if
Yeah.
it was his.
So a prolapse anus,
I'll show you.
It's
You wanna
missing a
see the
little
photo?
tail. Yeah.
This okay, but the backstory is funny because
Okay.
I did a show a couple weeks ago, and he was so paranoid the whole time because he was like, "You're so out of control," and PC, and he was being super nervous about things I was saying because he's like America's Got Talent judge, and he's like super clean, and so that was like the whole thing. But between us was kept saying stuff and making him uncomfortable, and he's like, "Wow, this guy's crazy." And then a week later, Howie posts what is arguably the most fucking insane thing that anyone's ever seen on TikTok, and people were like traumatized. He traumatized people. It got deleted. And then there was like a whole ecosystem of people on TikTok being like, did anyone else see what the fuck Howie Mandel posted? And now it's a whole meme, but let me show you because I saved all of them because I knew this would happen. But let me just show you what.
Okay. I'll go to you.
Yeah. Here's the original, okay? Look at this shit.
My friend Neil bent over. This happened. Does somebody know, is this COVID related? And if it is, what do we do about it?
Bro, how do you describe that?
People are memeing Howie, like putting their own stuff in there, right? With
Yeah,
Howie.
so yeah. Dude, and then because
It's like it's somebody sitting on a deep dish pizza. You know what I mean? Like a thick ass Chicago
holy
pizza.
prolapse, like
That's
graphic and
insanity.
wild.
That's wild.
And so then everyone's like, yo, what the fuck? How we did. And so now that got removed. But what we've been doing, because I want it to live forever, is I cut his head out. So he goes, hey, is this because of COVID? And I have one going right now that has 8 million views that I just posted last night. Here, it's so this is the new format.
Let me see.
It's
I can promise you, Bobby doesn't know who that is.
Yeah.
it's James Charles.
It's James Charles.
Yeah, but
so now
a guy, right, with his big areolas.
So we've been posting this now because we don't want it to die. So we did it in a green screen.
Yeah. That's amazing.
So we're gonna do a competition on our show on Friday or next week where we
that's
do the
cool.
best Howie
Yeah.
prolapse anus tribute.
What do you think of Howie Mandel?
Great guy, funny, great, amazing,
Were you
neurotic.
intimidated the first time you met him?
No.
Okay.
But it was really interesting because he followed. We saw him in Malibu with his daughter.
Yeah.
I was with my kids and Ela, and we were playing in this playground there, this nice park in Malibu. And I said, "Oh, look, it's Howie Mandel." And then we're like, "Okay, it's time to go." We walked to our car, and he followed us, dude.
Oh, so he knew you?
He chased us down with
Yeah.
his daughter and said, "Hey, will you come on my podcast?"
Wow. Hola, my
I was like, "Wow, some respect from Howie." But so I went on there, and we had a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it several times, but I love his whole family. But there's something. You crying?
No. I just feel juicy.
We're homies now.
You and Howie
We
are?
text, yeah.
Oh no, I love him. But here's the thing: out of all those old school dudes that like I grew up watching, he's just got to be the nicest one out of all.
Yeah, he's a sweetie.
The rest of them are like kind of weird with me. They'll go, "Oh, there's the naked guy." To me, or whatever. They'll just do a backhanded
No
thing.
respect.
Right, and then they'll move on. Oh, they'll say my name or whatever, but like Howie was always, even when I was on Mad TV and I asked him to do a sketch, he would just jumped on it. You know what I mean? He didn't need to do it. In fact, Louis Anderson did the same thing. Like, but like, yeah, he's just one of those guys that like I've always went. You can just feel his heart and go, oh, he's just a good guy.
He's a class act.
Yeah.
But I invited him. I said, "Howie, you got to come on the show and talk about the prolapsed anus thing." And he says, "Listen, Ethan, I'm laying low on the prolapse."
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
I said, "Howie, this is a big opportunity for you. We had a viral moment. Let's talk shop." But he's laying low.
Is there anyone that you would have on a guest that would be like that you're a fan of that you'd be nervous to have?
One person I had on that I was really nervous to have on was Tim Heidecker.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is like kind of, it's funny, but like he's the reason I ever started making comedy. And
Right.
I just looked up to him so much.
But he did your show?
Yeah, and he's super nice and awesome.
Oh,
Great
that's
guy.
cool.
It was years ago when, to be on, and then Bill Burr obviously destroyed me for 2 years
Right.
because it was such a train wreck interview.
Yeah, what What? Yeah, we talked about that, right?
Yeah,
Or
we
no?
talked about
Yeah, I don't care. Everyone heard. I'm willing
camera.
to do it. Right? I've done it. I've done it all. I want to do it. I want to ask you another question about. So, and don't feel weird about this question, okay? Because it's about your skills, your acting
Okay.
skills.
All right.
All right. And and I'll be honest with you, if I cast Steve O in a movie, I don't know what is going to happen, right? Like in terms of like, does he have the skills to memorize lines and do all that stuff? I would bet maybe not, right?
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know.
He's sharp.
Yeah, he is a sharp
he
guy.
just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But with you though, and we all talked about this behind your back.
That's a good feeling.
No, because we were, you know what I mean? But we were like, we would literally go, dude, that guy you can legitimately act.
Oh, thank you.
And it, to me, as a a guy that's been a fan of yours, you know what I mean, to see you do Jackass and all this stuff, and and I know you'd been on sitcom, you did that sitcom with Keegan, so I know that you can act, right? But it's like the kind of acting you were doing for Sweet Dreams was like deep, like you were like tapping into shit, you know what I mean? So did you go to train? Did you train, or is this something you were just born with? Like what happened?
Well, I've been doing films now for 20 years.
Yeah,
so And when I first got to town, I trained.
Like
Because
my-
I was just out of the gate. I was terrified of the camera. Just would freeze in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So I had to get over that.
Yeah.
And then you just have to, I don't know, do it in it's like anything, repetition, and get more comfortable with yourself. So
It's like stand up. Like stand up, people were like, I couldn't do it, but once
oh no, I did that once, man. I was
No,
like,
you-
let's not do this again.
you can do it again.
No, it was terrifying. I was 15.
Yeah, you.
I did it when I was 15 at the Funny Bone in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And I wrote like 5 or 10 minutes, and because I heard that Eddie Murphy did it when he was 16. Like,
Yeah.
so I did it, and God, I remember I used to sweat really bad in
Yeah.
high school, but my sweat stains almost met in the middle that night. I was so terrified.
Right.
It was,
15, of course you would be.
and I'm scared. I was frightened of crowds growing up, so that was.
But Johnny, I'm telling you, just hear me out. I'm not asking you to do it. In fact, don't ever do it.
Oh, stand up?
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I know. But I'm gonna. But I will say.
I'm gonna try to convince you.
I'm not gonna try to convince you because you're not gonna do it. All right. But I do have to say.
I now I see what you're doing.
No. No, just I'm just being. Listen, okay. Just hear me out. All right. I know for a fact you could do it, and that's all I want to say.
Well, if I
And-
could overcome my fear.
Yeah, but it's. Let me. I did a movie called Heartbreakers. It's on my IMDb. Check it out. And in this movie,
Did you take your Ritalin today?
Yeah, I did. Okay. I did.
Can
Maybe
you
not
imagine
enough.
if he didn't?
Yeah. So Heartbreakers, right? And I had a monologue in there. Okay. And this is probably I don't know how many movies I had done, but not a lot.
Yeah.
And also the things that I was asked to do in movies were like so like kind of silly. That movie.
Classic film.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a terrible. I don't know. I've never seen it, but I'm sure it's good.
Wait, Tia Carrera's
Chris
in it.
Kattan vehicle.
Yeah. Chris Kattan's in it. Tom Arnold. The best. Anyway, I remember I had a monologue, and they said action, and nothing came out. Oof. Because
Was it one of your first films?
No, it's like maybe third one, maybe. You know what I mean? But I was young.
Yeah, but we still that's
Yeah.
very early.
And I was nervous.
Sure.
Right? And it was not, it also, I can do it now, but if the monologue or whatever doesn't have any kind of humor in it, where I can kind of lock in, I go, this is where I'm getting the laugh, I was lost. And so
Right.
when they said action, I opened my mouth and nothing came out. And then all of a sudden they say cut, and then all of a sudden, you're in it. Like the sweat is coming down.
Oh yeah.
And then you see chaos in the back.
You start spinning.
Yeah. And the Video Village is like talking with each other. Like, what the fuck is going on? I know. And so they slowly come up and they go, you need some time? And I literally looked at the director and I go, I'm not going to be able to do it. I just not going to be able to do it. And they go, what do you mean you have to do it? And I go, I just know I can't. I'm petrified.
What day of the film was this? Have you done other things?
Yes, I already shot too much. I had
Okay.
shot too much of the movie for them to cut me out.
So how did that conversation go?
I said, I can't do it. They go, you have to. Then I go, I'm telling you, I'll try again. But I can't even think of the first word. I'm spinning. I'm spinning right now.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, well, let's try. Action. I maybe say a couple of words, then I stop. And it gets worse and worse.
Sure.
And now it's like I just want to leave.
Right.
Right? And then I told her, the director, can we shoot this some other day?
Oh wow.
And it was getting late too. It was a night. We were outside.
Right.
It was like midday, and it started getting dark almost. I mean, that's how long we were.
Yeah.
And then they just never got back to that scene. And they obviously that scene's not in the movie. You know what I mean?
How long did it take all this?
Couple hours.
That's real fear, man. That's tough.
And then Whitney Cummings. That was when I first met Whitney, and she goes, "You got to get on beta blockers." And I go, "What does that do?" And she's like, I get the same thing. What are you doing?
I had to rent it so I could find your scene. But yeah.
Yeah, there I am right there. Petrified. Look at it. Petrified. Petrified.
Was it just that scene? Were you that petrified in the rest of the movie?
I did well.
Was it the monologue? Because
because it was a monologue, and because it was like kind of long, and
no comedy.
It was no comedy, and also I had never been asked to do a monologue. And so on Mad TV, you would have teleprompters and stuff.
Yeah.
And also I felt comfortable that I could fuck up because I just know everyone. Mm-hmm. But this one, it's just like I just didn't know anybody, and I just now I can do anything. But it's like at that time I just couldn't do it. So I mean, basically, the long story short, I don't even know why I even went into that. Oh yeah, because of the talking about in the beginning of when you first started acting, you weren't as comfortable, and then through time. You know what I mean? And now, if you did stand up, yeah, the first 20 will be bad. But you would figure it out because you're a smart guy and you're a funny guy. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, God, no, but I know what you're talking about.
I think you should try it. I think you should try it, Johnny.
I don't know. But on my first big movie, Jackass came out, and my first big movie was with Barry Sonnenfeld.
Wow.
And it had Rene Russo, Stanley Tucci, Dennis Farina, Tim Allen,
All right.
Yeah.
Jason Lee. It was a big movie, and I'd sprained my ankle doing Jackass, and I wasn't supposed to be doing stunts to do before this movie. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get there, and they're going to fire me because I have a broken ankle.
Yeah.
And then I see that they're flying me first class. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Because all the, and then it's like I get there, and they put me up in a big suite. I'm like, it just kept getting worse because I'm like, this is all getting taken away.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we had the read-through, which I still don't like read-through. I hate them.
Hate them.
Yeah, they're the worst.
They're the fucking worst. Table reads.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, so how'd you do though? How'd you do?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I have every scene with Tom Sizemore. Every line I have is with Tom Sizemore. And sitting around this table, I think I have Stanley Tucci and Dennis Farina directly across from me, and Rene Russo's right there, and Sonnenfeld's down there. And so I give Sizemore a couple of lines. He gives me a couple of lines, and I give him one back. He's like, where do you get that accent? What are you doing with that accent? And he looks down at Barry Sonnenfeld like really? And then I look
at the table read?
In front of everybody.
Oh my God!
I'm already thinking I'm going home.
Yeah.
Now I know I'm going home.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating.
Yeah.
And I look over and Stanley Tucci's like,
Yeah.
Oh man.
And at the time I thought, he thought, wow, you really stink.
Yeah.
But that's not, he may have thought that, but he was very nice. So I'm like, was like, you know what? I might be sucking right now. I don't know, but fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Sylvester Stallone and Rhinestone. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die my way. I just kept doing it, and then halfway, like,
Were you doing an accent or no?
no, I was just giving this, just tweaking my Southern accent.
All right. Okay.
Really wasn't really doing much of an accent, you know.
Yeah.
And then later on, I do it again. He's like, "You're still doing that accent," and I was like, I was like, okay, I'm going home. I'm going to pack. I was going to pack, right?
Yeah.
I got through it.
Yeah.
But Sonnenfeld comes up to me and said, "Don't pay attention to Tom. You're doing great." And I was like, "Oh fuck!" That helped a lot.
Yeah, that you need
because
that.
I was gone. But Sizemore, like, he's passed now, and he was really rough on me the first couple of weeks, and I didn't care because I just thought, I'm just getting stories left and right.
Right.
And he saw eventually that I can just roll with whatever. And then he liked me and he didn't want anyone else talking to me. Yeah. I became his guy.
Wow.
No, if people came up and tried to, he was like,
Wow. Yeah, but why would you? Those were the days. I don't think people can behave like that anymore.
yeah, no, it's different now.
It's different now.
Yeah.
Because back then I talked about on this podcast some fucked up, weird, you know what I mean, situations, you know what I mean, where like egos and like, you know what I mean, but in the last 10 years, it's been like, I just feel like everyone's kind of more woke and, you know, there's all these rules and, you know what I mean?
Do you still have like an internal like hatred for like Brooke Shields or Kim Cattrall, or is that like gone?
I have an internal hatred for life for them.
You think forever you're never gonna like just...
Yeah, internal hatred for life. Because what I want to say about with the both is that I was a young actor, and I was like scared, and it was like, I've never been on a sitcom before. So with Kim Cattrall was a commercial, and with Brooke Shields was a sitcom, right? And
How'd it go with Kim Cattrall?
she hated me.
Really?
Yeah, she hated me.
Why?
Because this is the first time I ever did anything really, and so I had this. I did this Michael Bay commercial for Pepsi.
Okay. And I'd like to hear how that because
You worked with her before?
No, but I've heard stories,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want to hear.
He was a little. Listen, I talked to Joe Rogan about it. He goes, "Don't tell that story the way you're telling it because you have it wrong."
Yeah.
So I'm going to retell it.
Why was Joe Rogan there?
No, he wasn't there, but he's saying that and he has a point. A lot of times, no, he has a point. A lot of Johnny. A lot of times when we go through things, it's through our perception, right? So like for instance, when I did Heartbreakers, to me, I would be like, everyone there hates me.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not true.
Right.
Right. I don't know what they're feeling. They might not even be feeling. What's this?
Heartbreaker.
Yeah. Can we turn this off, man?
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yes.
You said there was no
Boy.
comedy.
Yeah,
There's so much comedy.
No, that I was.
My goodness.
All right, turn that off, dude. Turn that off, dude. Yeah. Turn
I
that
know
off.
what I'm doing later.
No
Holy
comedy.
shit.
No comedy.
No, in the monologue, dude. In the fucking monologue, I said, man.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. Now watching it, you know what I mean? Anyway, so a lot of the things that when we tell people, it's through our own perception, and it's not based in any kind of reality or full truth. You know what I mean? There's glimpses of truth. It's based on how I perceive things. So basically, one of my first acting jobs, I came in. So Kim Cattrall is in the bathtub. I'm a towel boy. I'm with Eric Stone Street from Modern Family. And Eric and I are towel boys. And I walk in with a stack of towels. And I walk into the bathroom, and there's a light that the fucking towels are blocking. So Michael Bay would get cut. Dude, your face has to be in the fucking light. That kind of thing. Right? And I go, sorry, I'll do it again. You know what I mean? And we did it so many times because now I can feel it.
Right.
I know. Okay, I can feel the light.
Right.
But back then, I don't know what a jib camera is. You know what I mean? When they say, you know what I mean, a mark, I don't know what a mark is.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the terminology. I'm basically, you know what I mean, a street kid from the suburbs, you know what I mean, who's a ex-drug addict who did stand-up one night at a comedy club, and here I am now on a, you know what I mean?
Right.
But Kim Cattrall was just really not that nice, you know what I mean, to me that day. And then same with Brooke Shields. The showrunners didn't want me on the show, but the network did. And so they just wouldn't even look at me or talk to me for the whole shoot.
Wait, didn't Michael Bay like pull your face into the light eventually?
Yeah, but I make it seem like it's more aggressive than it probably actually was.
Oh, did he softly, like tenderly?
He could have just went. I used to tell like this. He grabbed my head like this and he goes, "The light's here, the light's here." Right? But it could have been, "Hey, dude,
Please?
dude, please, sir, you're doing a great job, but right here's the light." Right?
Oh man, I don't like people touching my face. That would.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have touched my face. Makeup, especially. I hate it.
Makeup's different.
I'm totally kidding. You're kidding. Yeah, but anyway, it's so weird. So, when did you get comfortable with acting after that?
I just got more comfortable as I went along. You know, by the time I got to set and realized that my ankle had healed and I wasn't getting fired, I relaxed. But there's no way to relax in a read through.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, I can fucking fully get.
I kind of have to see this. You know, you don't get a lot of opportunities in this business to like actually sell tickets. And I thought I could get a Netflix special, and I got a Netflix special. So I was like, all right, if I can achieve those things, then I really have to take a lot of time off. So yeah, I do think it's very important. And honestly, the pandemic was a positive where I was like, I just didn't do comedy for a year.
Yeah.
And it was fine. I
Yeah.
was actually better in some ways. And so I really do want to, like, January, I have to do some makeup shows because I got COVID at the end of the month. But for the first 3 weeks, I am not doing anything. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not taking a meeting. I'm not doing shit. I'm just going to I got to get a little healthier, right? That's my main goal. Because, you know, I'm 30, I'm going to turn 35, and it's like, you can't put that off forever.
Right.
So my main thing is health, but it's like, all I want to do is fucking chill out.
Just go to an island.
I bought a place in Baltimore. I'm going to go hang out with my family for a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that'll be nice. I'm trying to turn that into a little wellness center. I'm trying to get a sauna in there.
Yeah.
Build a gym in the garage.
But go to an island, baby.
I might for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've literally been looking up like health retreats where it's like it's an island and then it's almost like fat rehab.
Dude.
Which would be
No,
sick.
honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not lying.
Please don't lie to me.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
No, I've been thinking.
Yes, absolutely.
I want a place where they won't allow me to vape. Mm-hmm. They won't allow me dip.
Good meals.
Good meals, but like organic.
Yep.
No fried nothing.
Wait, they have a really good one here in Malibu.
No, I don't want it because I can just escape and come back home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to be in a cave or somewhere, like a mountaintop.
In a cave.
In a mountaintop or something. You know what I mean? Like I need to be somewhere where there's no Starbucks.
Yeah.
I'll go. I'll find a way.
So do you want it to feel like boot camp?
Yeah, I want to go somewhere
I want
like
it
on
to
an
feel like-
island where
Yeah,
other
that's a
people
little
are doing.
extreme.
I want a healthy vacation.
Oh, you're not going to actual retreat, like a fat retreat.
The retreat is more pleasurable still.
Yeah, it's
like,
still
you
a
know.
vacation.
No, I'll play volleyball.
Yeah, a little volleyball.
Yeah. I'll play the
you spike
volleyball.
it. Yeah.
Is that how you play like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a big
Well, they-
sportsman?
No, just remember.
Yeah, do this.
You do this. That's you lob. I'll be that guy. I can't do
Yeah.
this.
You do this?
Yeah.
It's this.
It's not this.
You gotta get the thumbs up.
Thumbs
It's gotta be
up.
like this?
Yeah.
I feel like
Why
you
do it like
want to hit it
this?
right there.
Why can't you do this?
You could,
I'll just do
You
my
can't do
style.
that, man.
I'm never gonna play it. I know what the fuck we're doing that right now. I'm never gonna fucking play it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm doing hand gestures. Yeah.
purely
it's crazy
academic.
how you like bump like this.
Yeah. Don't ever bowl with Santino.
Is he great at bowling?
Bro, it's like
Yeah, he's so fun. It's so funny the weird bullshit sports he's good at.
I know.
Golf and
Golf,
bowling.
I know both.
Yeah,
No,
ping
but-
pong.
yeah.
Golf, bowling, ping pong.
he can't beat me in ping pong. No one
you're
can.
good at
No, he's
ping
really good.
No one can.
Ooh,
And also,
you got
you're
a
really good
table?
like ice skater.
No,
Fuck, I would love to.
I don't need a table, dog.
I'd love to play a little.
I can
ping
ice
pong.
skate too, guy.
Really?
And play tennis.
I play tennis too.
Really?
Right.
He had and we can talk about this more at
Sure.
Korean barbecue. I'd love to, because I feel like we really analyzed you last time. Let's analyze Santino this time.
Okay.
But I do feel like he's got the perfect thing where he both had a deadbeat dad and a real dad.
Yeah.
So he almost had he has the desire, he has the toughness of having a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
With the support of a real dad.
And I met them
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh really? How'd that
I
go?
met deadbeat. I met real and deadbeat.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. First of all,
Yeah.
I've never been inside a white Thanksgiving.
Never.
It was everything I ever. No, it was everything in the movies. In the
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Coffee, pies.
Cranberry.
Everything. You know what I mean? It was like campfire, football playing in the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I'm in a movie. This is unbelievable.
No one threatening you with sporting
No,
goods.
no one molesting.
Yeah,
Nothing. Right. And then after I did the prayer.
yeah.
So you know, and
You led prayer?
Oh yeah, and it was great. It was the best prayer I've ever done. Although I have to say, I told the whole family, I said, "Do not interrupt me until I say amen." Right, because I want to see how long it can go.
Right.
And after 7 minutes,
7
yeah,
minutes.
Andrew goes, "Stop." Because I started getting into like space and Mars, you know what I mean, and like what's the
7 minutes
universe.
is a long
Yeah, it was a
time,
long
bro.
one, and you could tell it was bothering him.
Yeah.
So you go stop right now. I go amen. Anyway, so after the meal, what I didn't realize, because you never think, because in the movies,
Yeah.
you see them eat the meal, right, and then you don't know what happens after.
Right.
I know now what happens.
What happens after?
You watch the game.
You watch the game.
You watch the game.
You
Okay,
doze
I'm
off
sorry,
on a
game.
lazy boy.
Right. So we went to another area with a
den.
fireplace.
Yep.
With the dog sitting there, right? And then I sat with his dad, his stepdad, and we talked for, I'm not kidding you, it seemed like an eternity.
Yeah.
An hour
Yeah.
about everything.
That's awesome, man.
Politics to family to love.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? It
You had
was
a real experience.
unbelievable. So then after that, we did a show a couple days later, and Andrew comes to me, my biological dad's here. And I wanted to
Who
be.
joined Thanksgiving as well?
No, he wasn't there at the thing. So he was at the
Oh,
show.
at the show, yeah.
We're in Chicago.
In Chicago at the Chicago Theater, and I went back there and I met him, and it was, his biological dad looks like, like you ever see like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Sure.
Like an English
He's a Guy Ritchie
hooligan, yeah,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
hooligan,
yeah.
like no chin.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just looked like hooligan-y.
Yes.
Right? And he was like, my son. I go, yeah, you weren't there. In my mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You weren't there, and I shook his hand. But thank God, I mean, that he has a real.
Totally. He'd
You
be
know,
a petty criminal.
I
He'd be
think
good
so.
at crime. He'd be really good at crime.
Oh, yeah, I think Andrew would have been
Yeah.
a criminal.
Yeah.
He's
Absolutely.
smart. Like,
He's
but
smart.
also have his own gang, crew, and be more like
Be ruthless if he needed to.
Ocean's 11 more.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, no, I think that he has the mind
To be Danny Ocean.
to do a big heist.
No, I think Danny Ocean has. I think Andrew's too much rage for Danny Ocean.
Oh, okay, that's
yeah,
fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
But he is in the.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, and I take offense to that.
But here's the thing.
Danny Ocean?
No, that Andrew has rage that he can't do a fucking crew.
No, he can. He
But
can
here's
be
the thing.
absolutely part of it.
okay.
in a world where he's raised by a criminal father,
Yeah.
he would have more rage.
Ah,
It would bump his rate. Current Andrew could be Danny Ocean.
you'd be the driver.
Yeah.
No offense.
How would we?
No offense. You're the driver.
Okay.
What are
think-
you, the contortionist?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the guy. You're the guy in the vents.
Dude, I'm the vent guy, dude. I'm not the vent guy.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
wide
you are.
vents,
Computer.
I guess.
have the thing on. Right? I go, okay, to the left. Stop there. He's coming around the corner.
No, that's me. I'm giving you the instructions. I'm the IT guy.
Oh, but you're still driving too?
I'm in the back of the
Van.
There's a different
All right.
driver.
Yeah,
I'm
you
in the
are.
back of the
You're
van.
that guy. You're
in the
IT
vents.
guy. right. And I'm sweating.
Yeah, you're sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Andrew, what's Andrew doing? He's actually the guy with the mask out there.
I guess in this scenario he's Danny Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's front.
But
He's
was-
forward
but
facing.
he
Yeah.
You could tell there was going to be a little fight between him and Schultz.
Schultz is in here.
Yeah, they're both like vying for who's in
Schultz,
power.
Brad Pitt.
I don't know.
In the Ocean's.
Let's get away from that. I was
okay.
just, as a
Okay,
framework. We don't have.
I love that movie. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie. The women's one was good.
It was all right.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be in a heist like that, but I just think that I would crumble.
You know what?
What?
I never realized why like people gave a fuck about girl Ghostbusters. I was like, who cares? It's fucking Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But I just realized Ocean's 11 means to me what like Ghostbusters means to other people.
Yeah.
So girls Ocean's 11 pissed me off. I just realized why I feel this way. I also, though, to be fair, watched Girl Ocean's. I guess Ocean's. I'll call it Ocean's 8 instead of Girl Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
I watched Ocean's 8 when my last relationship was falling apart. That was a movie we watched when we had a very tense argument. So it's also like, it might have been a good movie, but I was just seeing like 2 years of my life falling apart while Sandra Bullock is fucking, stealing diamonds or whatever the fuck.
I don't want to be controversial, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this.
Okay.
But here I go. a women's Ghostbusters to me feels like an all Korean Ghostbusters,
Okay. Sounds cool.
just to cater to.
That's what you're afraid you're going to get canceled for?
Yeah, that's
Equating women to Korean people?
No, I'm just saying it's like if they make a women's one, why can't they have to make a spinal bifida one? All right. You know what I mean? Like the people, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And the ghosts are like going in circles because they're a little weird. You know what I mean?
Right.
Handicap or whatever. You know
The
what I mean?
ghosts?
Yeah, the ghosts have like little crickety. You know what I mean?
What ghosts? What do we?
In Ghostbusters. Yeah.
The ghosts are also have developmental disabilities.
Yeah. With Down syndrome ghosts or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that actually sounds fun.
That's what's funny. But my point is that I'm just saying that, like, you know, how far does it go?
right.
It's a philosophical question. That's all. You know what I mean?
So you're saying putting women's representation is a slippery slope, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. I'm just a philosophical question of like, how far does it go? That's all.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm glad they did it. I like the movie.
Yeah, that's not what you're saying at all.
No, that's all. I really like the movie. I thought it was great. I know the movie was great, but I'm just saying that, like, how far does it go? That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because then you got to do everybody, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
and how do you feel about, like, I'm probably going to get cut out too, this next thing, but about like when they make, you know, a certain character that was like traditionally white, but then they change it to a different color?
I don't really give a fuck.
Either. God bless you.
I really don't. It's also like it's always about like comics or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I also feel like I don't know, it's acting. You know what I mean? It's
That's
like,
true.
Like they would when they would do they do Shakespeare, and sometimes a black guy's the fucking king.
Yeah.
He wasn't the king, but it's like the guy's fucking acting. Who gives a fuck?
That's true.
All this shit is fake. No one's really a fucking going to space.
Yeah.
No one, like the Little Mermaid, same thing. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
There's no mermaids.
Yeah.
People were mad that they made black hobbits. It's like all the hobbits are fake.
They are.
Who gives a fuck what color they are?
Anyway, Stavros, I love
Yeah.
you. Thanks for doing here.
Of course.
I'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll have meal that night.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank
And,
you. Please check out the special, Fat Rascal. on
Fat
Netflix.
Rascal, check it out. And give Stavros a round of applause, everybody.
Nani ay makabululi Purong kaya madugdugag Bombola Shukumuki ay tuito Shukuluki muki sa laman Feet ang kukugani ay makabululi Purong kaya madugdugag Bombola Shukumuki ay tuito Sukutukan ko mo Makaki Kumula kau dapat kami ulubi Bulok kaya kapag ditulog mo Sukulok mo na
Yeah, dolphins. It's like for girls or like little kids. Dolphin. It's
Let
like,
me ask you about dolphins.
It's like it's like being a fan of like the Brooklyn Nets. It's like it's not a real franchise.
It's not a real franchise.
It's like it's for little kids.
Let me sit down, man. If you're with a guy, right? You meet a dude. You're in Vegas.
Okay.
DeStefano. Listen to the scenario.
Okay.
You're at the Wynn. You're by the pool.
I'm at the Cosmopolitan September 30th.
Let's plug.
Okay, can you just delete that part?
Okay.
Just bleep that or whatever, because that's not what the show's about.
Tickets moving quick.
I mean, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna endorse it.
Okay.
I'm not on the campaign.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to bleep that out because I don't want that
Okay.
on my show. I mean, just promotional stuff. You know, it's silly. You know, and I feel used sometimes. You
Yeah.
know? So don't do that.
Do that.
Yeah, I want to talk about dolphins.
Okay.
Right? And
Let's do it.
where are you playing?
Cosmopolitan September 30th. Radio City Music Hall September 22nd. Theater at Madison Square Garden September 23rd.
And you know what people just heard now?
What? That's it, baby.
Bleeping all that shit. What's up, Thick? I didn't know you knew Thickies.
Vicky, that's my baby.
Oh, wow.
I sleep at his house.
Really? He's got revenant face.
The
know.
beard is
Look
incredible.
at that. Like-
That's your gold beard right
How
there.
long have you been in the
Bobby.
woods, friend? Years?
Amish, baby.
Is he Amo?
He looks. His name's Zechariah.
Zachariah Thick. Zachariah
Thick
Thick.
boy.
Let me ask you something.
Yes,
you're in Vegas.
I'm with
right?
a
You're at
guy.
the Wynn.
Okay.
Right? You meet a guy, right? You were gambling. You met a guy. I like this guy. Cool guy, you know? Then you're at the pool. He takes his shirt off.
Okay.
There's a gigantic dolphin. Not even like, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Just like
Right.
jumping. You know how dolphins have to jump out of the water and act a fool?
Right.
They breach.
Yeah. Right.
They act a fool. That's what I call
Yeah,
it.
they play around.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like to showcase their little gay little
Right.
bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I do?
A tattoo on the chest?
Yeah.
Or a real dolphin?
You think he has a real actual dolphin stapled to his chest?
Wait, there are dolphins in Vegas, right? Like, I don't know if he's
That guy I would hang out with.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy
I hang out with him. I still hang out with him.
Oh, really?
I still hang out with him. I think that he's still fun. He's into sea life stuff. He's probably got drugs. You know, like
he's definitely
on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fuck around with him a little bit. I don't mind a dolphin tattoo on a man's chest. On a lower back is more of an issue for me.
Okay, he had he had one on his lower back.
Lower back, no.
Okay.
No. I don't like lower back. I want on the chest. I don't mind something sexy about the chest.
Okay, what if the dolphin, right, is like blowing a manatee?
Okay.
Wow. Right. So there's a manatee. What do they sound like?
really quiet.
Yeah.
That's what it's. Oh, they're like monks.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like sea monks or whatever. Right?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. That's what they sound like when they come. Thick. And then the dolphin blowing them, right?
Yeah.
Still, you would hang out?
I would hang out because I'm more open to new experiences now. So I'd hang out with them.
This is the new you.
I would hang out with them.
I love it. Dude.
I would hang out with him as long as he has like mind just like me. As long as I'll say to him, you have a dolphin on your chest, you have a manatee on your ass. The only question I have for you is what are you going to do come November 2024? If you're going to go do the right thing, you're my guy. If you're going to go the other way, fuck you and your tattoos.
And okay, so I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So I have a manatee dolphin gay tattoo on my chest.
Yes.
Right? We're at the pool, right? And then you ask me a question. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, I like your
Trump.
Yes. Come back to my. Yes. I'll fuck.
That's how we fuck. We fuck.
Room 2414.
Oh, we fuck already.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the door.
Right.
Okay.
You just did this with your. Right. You did
Right.
this.
Double.
When you and I have a cult.
Yes.
Because we're gonna have one.
Uh-huh.
This is a thing.
Yes.
So everyone's. I've never seen.
I'm going to be the next Chris
Dude,
D with the cult.
He's got to be in the.
Yeah.
He's got to be in our cult.
He's in our. Oh yeah, 100%.
But he's like the janitor guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he cleans the the communal toilets, right?
He's the enforcer.
He doesn't enforce.
No, he
doesn't
is a big
enforce
boy.
me.
He's burly. He's burly.
He's burly, but he doesn't enforce me.
Okay.
Right? He might enforce you.
Right.
Right? But I'm going to be like, hey, get your thick guy away from me.
Because Koreans are.
He's trying to enforce me right now, and I'm like,
No, because you guys are back. Koreans are back.
we've always been in.
No. You're back.
We never went
No,
away.
Asians are big. Asians are back now. Asians are big.
Well, tell me about it.
Asians are big. We tried to get them out again with the whole Maui stuff, but it didn't work. They're back.
Yeah, you tried to burn us out.
We tried.
Yeah, yeah,
Direct
and it
energy
didn't work.
weapon. We
Yeah,
tried.
I know
And
you
the Asians are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're
there's
back.
still kids missing, but
No.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, I know you are. I know.
I've helped. I've donated
but let's
them
go
all
back
the
to
money
this.
I
Gotta go back
could
to this, dude.
to Maui. I
No,
feel bad
it's
for-
changed.
There's
It's
nothing
not
I can
this.
do.
It's not this, dude. It's this. This is something different.
Hitler.
Yes, that's Hitler, and this is our thing. Because this points to our mind.
I like the white nail polish.
Thank you.
We have matching toes too.
We have matching.
So you match his fingers with his toes.
No, our toes are matching.
Oh, toes are matching.
Yeah.
Also white.
Yeah, white.
Well, I mean, behold, dude.
Woo! I like that.
You do?
Yeah, because you guys are who you are. I like it. I like your energy with each other. There's no bullshit.
There's no bullshit around this
Oh, I
town.
like that.
There's no bullshit around this town.
I like that.
Let me, because I know something about you, and I know that we're probably the only Asians you fuck with.
Yeah, I fuck with you guys as Asians. Who else do I was Ronnie Chang. I fuck with I call myself. I have a stage name at the Comedy Cellar. I'm on the lineup as Donnie Chang.
Yeah.
So I'm on Donnie Chang.
Yeah.
So I fuck with Ronnie. I don't know that he loves it, but I definitely fuck with Ronnie.
Wait. You're at a point now in your career where you get to change your name on the lineup?
I only changed my name on the lineup because I'm doing big shows in New York. So you want to, when you're doing big shows in that city, you want everyone to just go to those big shows in New York.
It's funny that you say that because what I do then in that situation is just not play New York.
Yeah, but I want to be
because there's so many different cities, and now you're just money grubbing.
No, but Papi, I'm not even getting paid to do the Comedy Cellar or any of those.
No, that's my point though. You want to do the big. I'm not being controversial,
right?
And I'm not trying to like do what you do,
right?
But what I'm saying is, you're doing the big shows in New York, the theater shows, to make money. But there's other cities, so why don't you not do the fucking New York shows and just play the Cellar? So we can advertise.
Because for me personally, I'm.
What's this right now?
You know what that is, and you.
But what I know, is. But I don't like that in my face.
You're gonna have to deal with it for 4 more years.
I know. What is what kind of person is that thing?
He's from Atlanta.
No, what?
Yo, really?
Atlantis or
No, Atlanta. From the
but-
south.
no,
this
no.
is what the enemy looks like.
He's not white though.
He identifies as white. But he
There's
but-
I feel like there's mixed with like
Well,
Maz
no,
Jobrani kind of.
He's actually the best. No, he's white. He's white, but he can also pass as Mexican or Islamic. But he is white on
He's
birth
a
certificate.
shapeshifter white.
Yes.
I love shapeshifter white.
Yes.
Because this right here, he shifts into one thing: white piece of shit.
That's it.
Right.
He's your very rare Catholic shapeshifter. Normally it's Jews.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because if I saw like a photo of him with the people that like did 9/11 whatever, like on the plane or whatever,
looks like it, yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah, I buy that guy.
No, but he's not.
But then if I see him in the 1940s out in California farming with the Mexicans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, nobody.
I don't know why in the 1940s, you know what I mean? But he looks like a 1940s Mexican.
He does.
How true do you think his shirt is? Stand up, Bobby. Is that a true statement?
No gaping holes here. Do I think it's a true statement? I would say it's a pseudo truth.
Okay.
So I would say that it's a pseudo truth that it is true. It's the baseline truth. I think at moments of the day, for sure, you're gaping. I don't think that you're always gaping. So I want to say that it's true now, but through the lifetime of you wearing that shirt today, I think at some point today you will be gaping, because I don't think that with the experiences you've had in your life and the things that you've done in your history, you can't not gape a little bit each day.
Oh, I see. Okay. Gaping progression.
It's almost like an accordion. Like, it's a pressure system. It depends on the barometric pressure. If you're going to higher elevation, if you're taking a flight, there's no way you don't gape. But if we're at sea level, you just told me you just woke up, I don't know that you're necessarily fully gaping right now, but you will gape at some point. So no gaping holes here might be true right now at this moment. By the end of this podcast, I don't know. Kalila is gaping all day, every day.
With that,
she's in the head of the gay pride parade.
I've seen. She says she has 2 gaping holes.
Oh yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
I have more.
Yeah.
There, it's like I'm a gape. You're right.
Gape. Yeah.
I gape in
John Wayne Gacy.
That's right. That's right. Very good guy. You're very good and quick.
Thank you. I appreciate
it.
it.
But don't do that here.
Be slow. Be slow.
Liquid
here.
Death. I love it. It's my favorite
Be
water.
slow here. I gape during seasons. To be
Seasonal gaper.
Yeah.
I like it.
Christmas.
Okay.
Oh.
Why Christmas?
Memorial Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Well, probably something that happened with Santa.
Maybe Black History Month.
I'm gaping big time during Black History Month.
I love Black History Month.
Yeah.
Good month.
It's a gigantic hole there. My point is, I don't know why we. Oh, why did you even? Because we're talking about.
We were talking about your toenails matching and things like that. And then she said, "Do you like his shirt?"
So you said to me just before the show that you come to LA and you only do. Now you're only doing some podcasts.
Well, because I just feel there's an oversaturation, right, with all of us. I also feel like
I want to talk about that.
I also feel like, for me,
Not anyways.
I'll do it anyway. Let me change face. Let me change face, okay?
So creepy.
It's so creepy. Here's another thing I love about you, and you just take it, okay?
Okay.
Is, stand-up comedy is something I started with in 1995. I signed up for open mic. I'd never done anything before, acted, nothing. I just walked off the streets and signed up at a open mic in San Diego. And I started doing it. I went up every night, bombed for years. And I got to a point, moved to LA, and I did all the rigmarole and all the things that you need to do. And I got to a place where, oh shit, I can audition for shows now. And I got on the Tonight Show and I did all the things, right? And so, I feel like I'm a organic, stand-up.
Sure.
Okay? And, as comics, when we talk, right, we see actors and other people from other fields, right? Crossover and do stand-up, right? And it takes a lot for us to give that person its rightful credit and go, that person's a stand-up now. Because I know thousands of people actors and other people that have crossed over, and I went, fuck that guy should not be doing it. But you're the type of stand-up that you should be doing it because you proved your worth.
Well, thanks, man.
And I'll tell you why I say that. It was one night you were at the store or whatever, you were talking with a bunch of comics, you were hanging out. When in my head,
I thought it didn't. I was never. It was not a question that you shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? Like I looked at you, like I looked at Whitney Cummings or any of these other people. Like, oh, cool, Steve's here, my friend. You know, a comic, right? You know, a long time ago when I saw you staple your nutsack at the Mint, right, back in the day, right? I wouldn't even fathom that I would even accept that. Like, there's a rare case. You are like that. Obviously, Theo Von, because Theo Von didn't come from, a stand-up. He had to change, or he had to reinvent himself, right? And you did, and I knew this also when you invited me and Ian over to your house, because you were working on your first special to give you notes. And Ian and I still talk about it, how we respected that you wanted our, notes and your help with your special. It was like, I just, my hat's off to you. I was going to see this earlier on the podcast, then you attacked me about the fucking and I literally thought to myself, I'm not even going to say this fucking bullshit in front of this fuckface. But then I decided to fucking do it anyway, because I really do mean that, man.
All right.
How do you feel about it?
I super love you. I super appreciate your kind words. I really, really do. I loved that you were willing to come over to check out this. And if I recall correctly, it was like, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks before I was actually going to tape the special.
Yeah.
And I had you guys come over. I asked you to come over to view like the last show I had taped,
Yeah.
Oh, what should I do? And you were like, hey, man, maybe next time, why don't you... let's do this a little fucking sooner when it's not like next week. You know? Like, and I also remember too that you're being very kind because, dude, I wasn't ready to fucking tape that special. Like,
oh, you wish you hadn't done it?
It wasn't that I wish that I hadn't done it. It was just that like there was a lot that just for where I was at that time, it couldn't have come out any better. But where I was at that time was very early in the process.
Yeah.
And here's something that I have a lot of regret about, which is that the very thing that we did that night, sit down and watch a whole set, was something that I recoiled at the idea of. I think a lot of stand-up comedians have a lot of difficulty actually watching a video recording of their performance. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them uncomfortable. They don't want to fucking do it, and it's the most important fucking thing that you could possibly do. And it's actually recklessly irresponsible to avoid playing back your performance and watching it. And here's where I got really fucking lucky, is that after I taped that first special, the one that candidly I was not ready to tape, then I just got about to putting together my new hour. There I am on the road, and I'm putting it, I'm like, okay, no more sex stories. Now I'm going to get into like the actual, there's some interesting shit. And I'm telling these crazy stories, and it's all working reasonably well. But one night as I was performing my set, I had this fucking thought, holy shit, the stories that I'm telling in this new hour, like for the most part, all happened on camera. So, oh my God, what if my next special is a stand-up special, but as I tell these stories, the footage of the stories actually happening is edited into it, so it's multimedia.
Yeah.
Be the world's first, as far as I know, multimedia stand-up comedy special.
Yeah.
My head exploded. I got so fucking excited. Right away, I fucking went about recording my next big show in a theater. And I had to fucking see how this was going to work. So I took that footage of the show, brought it into my computer, and I just started editing it to take the fucking, put it together. And that forced me to not only watch the footage, but to study it, because now frame by frame I'm plugging in the footage of the stories happening, and I'm plugging. Impossible for me to do that without watching the footage of the stand-up.
Yeah.
And as I was doing it, there was just so many things that drove me. Yes, it was uncomfortable, but as I was watching myself perform the stand-up, like, I fucking hate the way I do that. That fucking insecure, laughing at my own joke, like, look, come on, it's funny, right? Like that shit. And like just little fucking things that, and they bothered me, but I was studying the footage, and you know what? And then I go back out on the road and I started addressing these things. Nothing brought about the progression, the improvement in my stand-up performance, like at a faster rate, more than.
You know what, dude? You just fucking, because when you were talking, I got so insecure because I've never seen me do stand up.
But I mean, dude, you're great. It's
But I've never.
like-
No, here's the thing. I need to get better. We all have that. I see the holes in my stand up. I see what I need to improve on, and I'm so afraid to look at myself. And I think once we slowly get out of this pandemic, I'm gonna start doing that.
I mean, I think it's huge. And I remember when you and Ian were in my living room,
Yeah.
watched that set, like
That
I
that was
remember-
brave of you to do that.
Well, I mean, it was reckless to not do it sooner. You know?
Yeah.
But I remember Ian. I forget what he was pointing to, but there was something he found a very kind, diplomatic way to say, "Dude, like this, some dynamic about what you're doing in this performance is really fucking not working."
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
I think I remember going. I think I remember going to, like, kind of nudging Ian and go, "Hey, no. Don't.
He
You'll staple your nutsack to your fucking."
He was completely fucking right.
Yeah.
He was very kind the way he said it, and there wasn't time for me to make these fundamental changes in what I was
But
doing.
I think that normally, back in the day, I think we wouldn't have come over there if we didn't think that you were, putting in the work to do it. I think I don't want to name names, but there are people, that are still doing stand up that are crossover, right? That I wouldn't go to their house to help them because they just don't have. I think what it is stand ups. You could have been a stand up if that's what you started with. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, sure.
You just found this other way to express yourself, right?
I think that, again, thank you. And I believe that
You're so polite.
I believe that my motivation in literally everything that I do is pure because it's driven by the fact that I am such a needy attention whore. That's all there is to it. That's the secret to what makes me tick. I am a fucking needy attention whore. I will shove shit all the way up my ass for attention. I don't care. And so it's the same, whatever that is, whatever that is that makes me so just hungry for attention, it drives me to the stage to get on and perform stand-up comedy. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was when I first started doing it, it was a real departure, man. Like in the beginning, I was like, okay, I did all the jackass stuff and now switching gears, now I'm going to do stand up.
Yeah.
And I would do some tricks, some stunts in my shows and stuff, but I was really legitimately just, okay, now I'm gonna fucking do what it takes. I'm gonna go for it. I don't care if people believe I should be doing it or not. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm all in. And then, it was only when my head exploded, I'm gonna fucking do multimedia on my next special. And then I got to starting to record new stuff and build stand up out of that. And then, and I only just put this out, this multimedia stand-up comedy special. It's called Gnarly, and I put it out on my own website, and I'm fucking thrilled with it.
So people can watch it now.
Right now. It just came